Welcome to Thin Blue Wine presents Dave and Michelle. So sometimes it'll be Michelle and Dave, and then other times it'll be Dave and Michelle. It's interchangeable, really.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So this episode, as in all episodes, brought to you by thinbluewine.com. Go to thinbluewine.com, get some outstanding wines, and become part of the family. What's happening?
Well, Christmas is in a couple of days, so I thought maybe what we could talk about is what Christmas means to us. So Dave is like a Griswold, type person where, he has his traditions. The tree has to be real. He can't put up lights before Thanksgiving. The house has to be all lighted. The feast has to be a feast, and he's very traditional in how he does Christmas.
No dry turkey, though.
No dry turkey.
No dry turkey.
We eat so good on Christmas. We eat good like year round, but Christmas is special.
Well, when you do the 7 fish feast for your Italian heritage, I make roast beast just because I like it. And then, of course, we do celebrate Hanukkah as well for your other half. She's a Gyp, Jewish Italian princess.
Yeah, so Hanukkah is on Christmas this year, so that's super cool. We still light the menorah with my dad. And then I do the 7 fishes Christmas Eve, which is an Italian tradition. So I'm really annoying because I go to the fishmonger and I'm like, I want one slice of each fish. And they look at me, they roll their eyes, and they're like, oh my God, she must be Italian. And
they don't say that because you order fish. But go ahead.
That's not fair.
Oh, it's true.
So anyway, what does Christmas mean to you, Dave?
What does Christmas mean to me? Well, it used to mean working overtime or working holiday pay. So I think a lot about the, men and women who are working on Christmas Day. It sucks. You're away from your family and stuff, but it's what we did. It's what I did for many years. Never really thought about it till much later. Certainly I don't want to forget what the meaning of Christmas is.
Before we go there.
We're going to go there. We're not going to go there.
I also wanted to chime in because I remember my first Thanksgiving in a chow hall in Millington, Tennessee, because I couldn't afford to go home for Thanksgiving and then go home for Christmas. So I chose to stay back, and not a lot of people stayed back. And the turkey at the chow hall was gross. And I just remember thinking to myself about...
Was it green?
Remember Christopher's turkey was green. No, Marine Corps turkey.
We visited my son in, was it Fort Hood?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was Fort Hood. We, boot camp, and they had...
Army base.
They claimed it was turkey. It could have been ham.
Tinge of green, just a tinge of green.
It had a little bit of tint.
Could have been like a St. Patrick's Day leftover turkey, maybe. I don't know.
Could have been ham. Could have been
Could have been ham. We weren't sure. I think we ate it. I'll kind of eat anything.
Well, we were respectful.
Yeah, we did. So the troops overseas right now, this time of year, especially Christmas, I definitely feel for them. We have a bottle called The Oath, and that's actually this bottle this one right here. Gold medal, 92 points on Wine Enthusiast. This is our ode to our military troops, and it serves to remind us of the oath we take when we enlist and the oath you guys take when you decide to become a police officer.
Well, it's the oath of public office as well.
Yeah, but we know the politicians ignore that.
Well, they take the oath. Doesn't mean
they take it. They don't actually follow it. Yeah.
The Constitution's it's a tough act to follow. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Seems pretty easy to me. Good manual.
Yeah. So anyway, I interrupted you.
You did. It's what it's okay.
But I'm allowed to do that.
It's your wife privilege.
Yes,
it shows all
privilege.
The time. No, I think it's. Of course, it's the birth of Jesus. I think that's a seminal moment in the world's history. In as much as what a happening, what an impact one person had on the world over a long period of time. We're talking thousands of years, and going strong. We have to remember, what the reason for the season is. I say it a lot, and I'm always interested in talking to people who don't believe because you can kind of walk them down the path. That's my favorite thing, is to walk people down the path. And you just ask them if they believe he existed, if he's a real person. And even Muslims believe that he was a real person. They may not believe that he was the Messiah, but they believe he was a prophet.
And the Jews believe he was a real person.
They believe it.
Obviously.
They obviously
He was Jewish.
That's correct. So once you kind of walk down that path of he existed, a lot of the things that happened to him, it's undeniable. What happened to him. So once you get him to start, to admitting, the leap to faith isn't as far. Once you accept the fact that he existed and that those things happened to him, that he was in fact crucified, that he was, imprisoned, all these things that happened to him, it becomes easier. It becomes easier to believe the rest, because it's a miracle that he lived as long as he did, really, for what he believed and how he took on, the power at the time.
He took on the establishment.
In a big way.
For sure.
So I think it's empowering for those of us that believe, and it should be, and we should be empowered by it. So I think that it's almost like it energizes me. I love this season because it energizes me. It brings you back, and it makes you contemplate a little bit more about that. And I do, and I do a lot more now than I did before. But it's I get better late than never, I suppose. But I also think this time of year, I think the reason I love it is because you're kind of closing a chapter. This year is over. This is every what is it? Every new beginning comes from another beginning's end. Mm-hmm. So really, this year began. We had a lot of goals and a lot of I don't want to say trials and tribulations. It wasn't anything bad. We had a lot of first world problems. Nothing too heavy, but. Then we know that the new year is about to begin. Yeah. So we're going to be going into a new year. We have a lot of exciting things happening. We have a lot of new labels that are going to come out this year. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about the rookie maybe in the next episode. But
you don't want to talk about it right now. Okay.
Well, we're talking about Christmas. I don't think it's appropriate. It's not really the right time. Okay. You should know that.
But we're talking about Christmas and the New Year.
But we're talking about Christmas and the New Year, but we'll talk about the new labels. And we have a lot of new labels coming out. So
we have a lot of really exciting things.
There's some exciting things happening.
It's hard for me to keep my excitement down. Dave likes to, he needs to calm me down a lot because I get really pumped up about...
But you get mad when I say calm down.
No, well, yeah. You don't tell a woman to calm down.
Calm down.
So you get slapped later for that.
Yeah, I'll pay for that.
No, I'm excited about Christmas because it is a time when you think about the birth of Christ and the changing of the entire world. That's amazing. What he did while he was alive, the things he persevered through. I always like to look about the things that we persevered through and then compare them to, Jesus Christ. And I think, wow, we really don't persevere through that much anymore. And it makes me feel really grateful for the amazing lives we have, the amazing country we're in, and the fact that we don't have to suffer with, the things that they had to suffer with back then and the things that Jesus suffered with for us. So I love the idea of the birth of Jesus Christ. I love the idea of the start of the new year. Every time a new year comes about, I'm excited 99.9% of the time in my life anyway. But
so you're excitable.
I'm very excitable. But this time of year, I'm even more excited. I'm 110% instead of just 99%. I'm super pumped. So I'm super pumped about next year. I'm super pumped about eating on Christmas because I love to eat. I love to drink good wine. Drinking good wine is what got us into this business, and we strive to provide the best wine for the best price because that's what I want as a consumer, and then to give a lot back to families that don't have their loved ones with them this Christmas, either because they lost their loved ones or because their loved ones are overseas. And a big part of everything we do is to honor those people and honor that memory. So Christmas means a lot. The New Year means a lot. And I'm really, really grateful that we're here and we get to celebrate it as a family.
We should talk about like maybe we should highlight like just one group that we donated to, just to kind of mention them.
Well, I
We
know
should
the
do
one
that.
group that always like sits on my brain is the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation, because of the loss of Ella French, who I thought was just this beautiful woman police officer who lost her life in the line of duty, and it was tragic, and it was when we really started discovering how many cops lose their lives in the line of duty.
Well,
Or maybe it's when I discovered. Maybe you knew it the whole time, but
we didn't discover. You did, though.
okay.
For sure.
I didn't know it was as frequent as it is, and unfortunately, it's so frequent that the amount of charities we donate to, if you go on our website and you look at the amount of charities we donate to, it's hundreds. I think it might be up to thousands.
Well, it's not thousands.
It's at least 1,000.
It's in the well hundreds.
If you kept the list up, because his job is to keep the list up, but he doesn't. So if you kept the list
trust
up
me,
to date,
it's hundreds and hundreds of bottles.
okay, hundreds. I think it's probably 1,000, but he's just way behind on the list
It's not.
because he's a procrastinator.
It's a lot.
But
It's a lot.
that's okay. I forget. I love him anyway, even though he's terrible at keeping a list.
I'm sorry. Were you going to talk about Christmas, or were we going to
Okay.
talk about?
Christmas. Yes.
Wow, look at you, all bitter.
I am not. I am the least bitter person ever. I am not bitter.
Okay.
But yes, you need a woman if you want to run the company, right?
Like Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart is amazing. We just watched the Martha Stewart show. She was amazing. When she stepped down as CEO, the company went to shit. She's an amazing woman. She's an amazing CEO. So don't talk smack. Don't talk smack about Martha Stewart. Anyway, Christmas.
Yeah, we're talking about Christmas, not procrastination.
No,
It's a
but
different topic.
It's what's great about Christmas is you can't procrastinate it. It gets here, and it's that
That's
day
not true.
every year.
Yeah, but you can procrastinate.
Oh yeah, you can procrastinate gift buying.
It's my superpower.
It is a superpower. It's so annoying. But
That's what makes me special.
you are special. That's for sure. Anyway, back to Christmas.
Yes, Christmas.
I'm super grateful to have the family over, to be able to cook an amazing meal and just have a great time, just drinking great wine and talking shit.
Indeed. Just like Jesus did.
Just like Jesus did.
That's right.
I think his vocabulary is probably a lot less colorful than our vocabulary is.
I think it might have been. It might have been. But you never know. I mean, we weren't there.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's fantastic. I want to add that if you're needing good wine through the holiday season and for the rest of the year, www.thinbluewine.com. Again, that's thinbluewine.com. And you can also invest.
Investment,
in
we're
Thin Blue
actually-
Wine is, unless you want to interrupt me.
Yeah, like when
This is a
when I
plug. So
chime
usually-
in.
Usually when you plug, you wait for the plug
No,
to
so
be
when I
over.
chime in, that's when you that means I have something to say, and what I have to say is usually important.
It is important, but you should wait till the plug's over, then you.
No, because I have something to say about the plug.
Because now they've already forgotten about the plug. So now you have
Okay,
to plug
so
it
the
in.
plug. We are right for 2024. We are about $8,000 short of our goal. So if you have not invested yet, please do so by the end of the year, because goals are what we live by if we want to have a great company and you want to work hard, achieve your goals. We have a goal for 2024, and then we also have a goal for building our production facility and tasting room in 2025. And if you don't know anything about me, you know that I do hit my goals, and I will make this company amazing. And Dave will keep the list of our charities up to date.
Wow. Well, just remember who does customer service.
He is great at customer service. Great, because yes, I am not.
I spent a lot of time keeping deputies out of trouble by keeping citizens happy.
Yeah, you're great at that. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. We're a good team. We're a good team.
When she does what she's told.
Yeah, right. That never happens.
That's true.
Anyway, we wish you guys,
Merry
your
Christmas.
family, a Merry Christmas. We appreciate you, our customers, our friends, our family. Thank you so much for supporting us this year. We are so pumped for next year. Next episode, we'll talk about all the
The new
plans
year.
we have in the new year for
Yeah.
2025. That sound like a plan?
That's a good plan.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Anything else? I'll not interrupt you this time if you want to say anything
Well, I've
else.
already forgotten what I was saying.
Okay, that's good because better coming from me.
Go ahead and plug it one more time.
ThinBlueWine.com. Go visit us.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah.